Hello, everybody. Beautiful to see everybody on the screen tonight, and we want to welcome you all to our first ever virtual concert from the Woodthorpe Singers.
It's a brave new world.
It is a brave new world. So initially what I'm going to do is hand over to Danielle. We are 2/3 in effect of the Woodthorpe current music team, and Danielle's going to talk you through some of the technical aspects of Zoom.
Absolutely. So first things first, lovely to see you all. Thank you so much for joining us on this Saturday evening. In your email, you will probably have already seen this, that we would like you to wear headphones if you can during the concert, just because this will enhance the sound. Basically, you'll hear it a lot better. If you want to have one headphone in, by all means. If you don't own headphones, don't worry, you'll still have a lovely time. But if you do wear a pair, it just gives you that little bit better sound quality. The concert programme, you will have received a link, but as long as you booked on an hour or more before we started this evening, you'll have received a reminder email, which will have a link to download your concert programme onto. So if you haven't already, please follow this link and download it so you can see what we've got coming up, and also importantly, so you have the lyrics to sing along in our sing-along sections. If you didn't receive an email, don't worry, I will shortly pop into the chat to all of you the link, so you can just copy and paste that into your browser should you want to. Next one is, obviously, we are doing this free of charge tonight. You've not had to pay to join, but if you do want to make a donation to the choir, any donation, big or small, is more than welcome. Once we finish the webinar this evening, you'll be directed to our Just Giving page. If you do feel like you'd like to donate, please do. Obviously, it's not obligatory. We're not going to force you, but if you would like to donate, we would love that. We are also encouraging you to get involved in a way, because obviously with it being a webinar, we can't see you, unfortunately. We just know you're there. So we would like you at some point this evening, probably when we have the whole choir on the screen, which you will see shortly, we'd like you to take a selfie. So get your camera out, pose with the screen behind you, and send it to the person that you're here to support, because I'm sure that they would love to see your smiling faces to cheer them up. Although they're pretty happy at the moment, I'm not going to lie, they're having a lovely evening. And also there is the chance to ask questions if you want to, of any shape or size, whatever you want to ask, whether that's anything about maybe joining the choir in the new year. I'm sure we'd love that. There is a Q&A box at the bottom of the screen. Pop your question into there and we will either type it or we'll respond verbally at some point, either ourselves or John, our chairman, who you will hear from later on. The final thing we want to do is thank, well actually no, before that, we have had loads of donations, I forgot to say, to the Just Giving page already, which is incredible. Thank you to everyone who has already donated. It's incredible that we've raised more than £1,000.
Yeah, more than £1,000, which is, we're stunned into silence by that.
Well, we're not.
No, we're
never stunned into silence. But no, that is incredible. To say we haven't done anything yet.
No, and we're absolutely amazed by the generosity of all our supporters out there, and we do hope you have a thoroughly enjoyable evening with us.
Yeah, absolutely. And the final thing, to do this tonight, we have to say thank you to Cartwright Communications. That's my workplace that I work at. They've allowed us to use their Zoom account to host this webinar for you. So just thank you to Cartwright for doing that. But for now, without further ado, that's enough from us for now. You'll be seeing plenty of us later, don't worry, for whether you like that or not. But for now, I'm going to hand you over to Tina, who is the musical director of the choir, and she's going to do a bit of an introduction for you. Tina.
Oh, lovely. Thank you very much, Anne and Danielle. And it's such an unbelievable pleasure to know that you're all out there. It's really sad that we can't see you, but we know you're there, and that's the main thing. I'd like to tell you that we're global tonight, which is quite amazing. We're going to say hello to Tina in Turkey, and also to Annie in Ontario, yes, and a little bit closer to home, we've got Chris in Wales. It is another country, isn't it? So yeah, we're really pleased, and we're so pleased just to see everybody, and we can't believe how many of you have turned up. So that's absolutely wonderful. I have to admit that if you told me we were going to be doing this, 9 months down the road from lockdown, I wouldn't have believed it. I certainly wouldn't have believed it, because I didn't even have a computer when we started this. I'm getting better day by day and learning a lot, but thank goodness for 3 absolutely wonderful people. Our chairman, John Duffy, who has always got our backs. He's a wonderful man. He sees all the potholes before we put our feet in them, and it's just the most wonderful thing. And Anne and Danielle, Anne, our wonderful pianist, and Danielle, her very amazing daughter, who is a computer whiz, an amazing technician, and a wonderful singer. And she got her boss to let us do this. Can you believe that? All in one package. That girl is amazing. So it's just been the really best time. We started off humble beginnings from Anne and Danielle in their house with their piano, me in my house with my piano, John getting dodgy backing tracks off of the internet, and singing along to old recordings of our choir concerts. Then we started using breakout rooms. I tell you, when I heard about this, I thought, this doesn't sound right. It sounds a bit criminal to me, but it's quite amazing. Anne and Danielle could take half of the choir in one room, and I could take the other half in another room, and it was just amazing. It just cut everything down. The workload just disappeared, and we were able to come together and put it all together, and here we are. And thank you so much for coming. I think that we need to do one thing before we start. Definitely, I'm talking, to the choir, that we should give John and Danielle and Anne a huge round of applause and some cheering now. Yeah, thank you so much, because they all have full-time jobs and they have worked every hour to get this thing recorded. Lots of people didn't want to do it. Lots of people couldn't do it, which we understood, and that's fine. It doesn't mean you shouldn't come along. We hope that we can have more people join after Christmas, and thank very much the people that did find the nerve to actually stand in a room on their own and record their own voice with just a backing track and probably Danielle's voice to sing along. But honestly, it's just been incredible, and thank you all so much. I think that's about it really for now. I think I'm going to hand back to Anne and Danielle and a lovely song to start. So thank you all for coming.
Thank you, Tina. Thank
you, Tina. Right, so without further ado, we are going to give you our first track. After this one, I will do a little bit of talking about how it's all been put together, just so you've got an understanding of what we're doing. So our first song of the night is It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year. So sing along if you want to, and sway and enjoy yourselves and watch our choir performing.
I was going to say, first things first, it's time to introduce the choir. There they are. They should all be on your screen now. So yeah, this is, they're all giving you, that's absolutely lovely. Hello, everyone. Nice to see you. Fancy seeing you here. So yes, this is It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, with the kids jingle belling and everyone telling you be of good cheer. It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's the happiest season of all, with those holiday greetings and gay happy meetings when friends come to call. It's the happiest season
Well done, everyone. Brilliant. So, would you like to explain how this is working?
I can certainly try and explain how this is working, and Danielle can correct me if I get it wrong. So, I mean, my idea that we would try and do a virtual Christmas concert, I wanted it to still feel as much as we could as though it was a live concert. So I wanted all the choir to be involved as much as they could be. And you will see and hear as we go along that some of the tracks, there are more choir voices on, and when we get to the very final piece, it is pretty much everybody. But it was about trying to make it like a live performance if we could. So basically, obviously, these tracks have been layered, as Tina alluded to. So I, in the main, have done the piano part, and then Danielle and I have both sung, and then they've been distributed around to the choir, and anybody who could has then put their voices. And Danielle, bless her, has spent lots of hours with earphones in, editing these tracks for these performance pieces that you're listening to tonight, and we're all singing along to.
Because Zoom, amazing as it is famous for having a bit of lag if we all sang live. So while they are singing live, because they are singing in their boxes right now, that is why we've had to do those performance tracks, to ensure that it doesn't sound like a million different timings for one song. So that's why we've got these performance tracks, and amazing they are. It's so good to hear an actual choir when we haven't been able to do that in such a long time. But anyway, let's get on to the next one.
So our next one is the March of the Kings. There's some clicking in this one if you'd like to join in.
Yes, please do. There's some clicking, and also lovely to see the messages that are coming in for our panelists. Hello from the USA. I can't believe we've gone global. This is awesome.
It's brilliant.
But anyway, this is the March of the Kings, and the men get a bit of a starring role in this, don't they?
They do.
Enjoy.
With gifts of gold brought from far away, and valiant warriors who guard the royal treasure.
Gifts of gold brought from far away, as shields all shining in their bright array.
Three great kings I met at early morn, with all their retinue were slowly marching. Three great kings I met at early morn, were on their way to meet the newly born.
With gifts of gold brought from far away, and valiant warriors to guard the royal treasure.
Gifts of gold brought from far away, their shields all shining in their bright array. Do 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 do
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Fabulous. Well done, everyone. I hope you were clicking along at home. Some lovely messages coming in. This is great. I'm loving this. Hello to Leslie, all the way from Scotland, from your daughter, and hello, your granddaughter as well. I don't know where you are, Leslie, on the screen somewhere, but that's nice. And hello as well to my dad. Hi. Thanks for tuning in. Right, we've got one more in this first trio from the choir, haven't we, Mum?
Indeed. So this is a beautiful piece called December's Keep, and it's based on a Chopin prelude. I love playing this one on the piano, I have to say. It's in a minor key, and I'm always a bit melancholy, I have to say. I don't know,
She's fine.
minor keys.
You're all right, aren't you?
Yeah,
You're fine.
Right, okay. So, yeah, listen to the beautiful December's Keep.
It's haunting. This
It
one.
is, yeah,
It's a nice
very
word. So this is December's Keep.
I hope you enjoyed that one.
Thank you,
As I said,
everyone.
it's really a beautiful piece. Right, we're moving on now to one of our solos of tonight. And this is going to be sung by Eileen, and it's called Gabriel's Message. Now, Eileen is actually a member of the Saturday Singers Choir, but she's been joining us at Woodthorpe, which has been lovely, having some extra voices, and she's a beautiful soprano. So this is Gabriel's Message. I hope you enjoy.
The angel Gabriel from heaven came. His wings as drift and snow, his eyes as flame. All hail said he, the Lord be made a man. gentle Mary meekly bowed her head. To me be as it pleaseth God, she said. My soul shall laud and magnify his holy name. Most highly favored Lady Gloria. Of her Emmanuel the Christ was born in Bethlehem on a Christmas morn. And Christian folks are what the world will ever say. Most highly favored Lady Gloria.
Obviously, we can't hear everyone, but there's a little round of applause. Amazing, Eileen. Thank you so much for that. Lovely song.
Absolutely. So now we're changing the tempo a little bit, and we are going to hand over to Tina for the first of our sing-along sections. So Tina's going to do 3 songs for us, so I will let her introduce those, and you can all find your song sheets and get ready to join in.
Yes, get those vocal cords warmed up. Over to you, Tina.
Lovely. Thank you very much, Anne and Danielle. We're going to start with a song called Silver Bells, and then into the Christmas alphabet, followed by Winter Wonderland, which, of course, you will find on your programme. I do believe the lyrics are on there for you. So, so let's, I hope that you can all sing along. Top of your voices, nobody will know what you're doing, okay? But at least you can look happy and look like you're singing, everyone. Are you ready? A little bit of Silver Bells. Silver bells, silver bells, it's Christmas time in the city. Ring a ling, hear them ring. Soon it will be Christmas Day. City sidewalks, busy sidewalks, dressed in holiday style. In the air there's a feeling of Christmas. Children laughing, people passing, meeting smile after smile, and down every street corner you'll hear, wish I could hear you, silver bells, silver bells, it's Christmas time in the city. Ring a ling, hear them ring. Soon it will be Christmas Day. Strings of street lights, even stoplights, blinker bright red and green as the shoppers rush home with their treasures. Hear the snow crunch, see the kids rush. This is Santa's big day, and above all the bustle, you'll hear style. In the air, there's a feeling of Christmas. Children laughing, people passing, meeting smile after smile. Very soon it will be Christmas Day. Are you ready for the next one? Christmas alphabet. C is for the candy trim around the Christmas tree. H is for the happiness with all the family. R is for the reindeer prancing by the window pane. I is for the icing and the cake as sweet as sugar cane. S is for the stocking on the chimney wall. T is for the toys beneath the tree so tall. M is for the mistletoe where everyone is kissed. A is for the angel who makes up the Christmas list. S is for old Santa who makes every kid his pet. We're gonna bring you everything in your Christmas alphabet. And now you should know it by now. Have another go, sing out. I just might hear you. Are you ready? And C is for the candy trim around the Christmas tree. H is for the happiness with all the family. R is for the reindeer prancing by the window pane. I is for the icing on the cake as sweet as sugar cane. S is for the stocking on the chimney wall. T is for the toys beneath the tree so tall. M is for the mistletoe where everyone is kissed. S is for the angels who make up the Christmas list. Can't spell. S is for old Santa who makes every kid his pet. We're gonna bring you everything in your Christmas alphabet. And you know this one for sure. Winter Wonderland, sleigh bells ring. Are you listening? In the lane, the snow is glistening. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight. Walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away, here's a bluebird, here to stay. Here's a new bird, he sings a love song as we go along, walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman and pretend that he is Parson Brown. He'll say, are you married? We'll say no, man, but you can do the job in your town. Later on, we'll conspire as we dream by the fire to face unafraid the clouds that we made, walking in a winter wonderland, walking in a winter wonderland, walking in a winter wonderland. Oh, thank you so much. I could see you singing. Lovely. Thank you.
Thank you, Tina. Thank you. That was amazing. And I hope everyone at home was enjoying singing along. I know that we
Absolutely, we
were.
were.
Time.
Really
Just-
joining in.
Just want to say before we go on to our next song that the number of messages we have coming in is absolutely amazing. And my favourite one so far, I don't know about you, Mum,
Yeah.
but my favourite one so far has to be that we are much better than Strictly. You hear that, singers? We are better than Strictly.
Woo!
It's official. I will take that.
Right,
I'm fine now, I'm
absolutely,
well
yeah,
happy.
I'm very happy with that. So we're going to move now on to our next block of songs from the choir, and we're starting with one of my favourite sort of carols, really. which is O Holy Night. I'm introducing this one because Danielle has done the solo on this for us, and it
Really awkward.
would be very strange if she introduced herself. So this is, and it's a beautiful arrangement of Holy Night when all the choir join in the swell, and it's another beautiful piano accompaniment as well, another one that I enjoy playing, I have to say. So sit back and enjoy the very reflective and beautiful O Holy Night.
Holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of the dear Saviour's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till
It's a really nice one, that. Now, I must, before we move on to the next one, I have to say that any of our sopranos who sing the soprano line in that without having to stand up, I salute you. Don't know how you do it. It's a really high one, that. So our sopranos, hats off to you. Well done. Now, what's next, Mum?
Well, next we have a much more modern piece of music called Mary Did You Know? Actually, one of the things that we've not said thus far is the reason we chose these pieces tonight. We actually did a poll with the choir about which were their favourite Christmas songs that we've done over the last sort of 6 years or so. And these 9 that we are doing tonight were the top 9, basically. And this one is called Mary Did You Know? Now, Tina is the pianist on this one, so you get a bit of a rest from me. But I did sing on this. I sang.
And yes, for anyone who's wondering, this is gin. It's not water. If anyone's joining us, please do feel free. We're getting in the festive mood. So this is Mary Did You Know? I hope you enjoy it. Pretty, that one. It's another haunting one.
It is another haunting one. It's another one in a minor key.
We love a minor key.
We do love a minor key
in this house.
I've joined Danielle.
Danielle?
Yeah. You see, I've had too much gin already. I have joined Danielle in a gin.
She's had one sip. That's how it's going. I hope you're all having a lovely evening as well, by the way, guys. We've got lots of members of the choir having a lovely festive tipple as well, so we hope you are too. Next up.
Right, okay, so this is the last in this little section, and this one is a complete change of feel to Mary Did You Know. This one's Calypso Lullaby. This is one where you can click your fingers and sway and have a bit of a dance. It's a very upbeat piece of music.
I do like this one.
Yeah, I
right.
really like this one.
Let's see you swaying, choir. Come on. I mean, hopefully in time-ish. I know it's difficult with the lag, but, you know, we'll see how we get on. This is Calypso Lullaby.
On a clear and starry night, on a hillside far away, shepherds saw a golden light, and they heard the angels say, Hallelujah, shout for joy, sweet music fills the sky. The heavens ring while angels sing a Christmas lullaby. Sleep, 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 little one, rest your head. Dream of peace on earth and on angel rest. Angels filled the evening sky, and with joy began to sing. Glory be to God on high, let the bells of heaven ring. Hallelujah, shout for joy, sweet music fills the sky. The heavens ring while angels sing a Christmas lullaby. It came upon the midnight clear, that glorious song of old, from angels bending near the earth to touch their hearts of gold. Hallelujah, shout for joy, sweet music fills the sky. The heavens ring while angels sing a Christmas lullaby. Sleep, 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 little one, rest your head. Dream of peace on earth in your angel bed. Hallelujah, shout for joy, sweet music fills the sky. The heavens ring while angels sing a Christmas lullaby. A Christmas lullaby.
Well done, everyone. Lovely.
Okay, we hope you enjoyed that one. Right, okay, so this is our second sort of duet. This one is rather than solo this time tonight. And this is Silent Night and also Stille Nacht. So we've got the English and the German being sung at the same time. And John, who is our chairman,
Give us
and
a wave,
also
John. We'll be able to see you on the screen.
also
Give us a wave.
our bass section, and Jackie, who is our soprano.
Where's Jackie? Give us a wave. Thank you. Lovely. There we are.
Sung this together as a duet, but rather than seeing them, you're going to see a video in commemoration of World War One, and particularly the football match, obviously, that was played that Christmas Eve when both the Germans and the English were singing carols in their trenches and decided to put down arms for a while and come out and have a game of football. So here we go.
Stille Nacht, heilige Nacht.
All is calm, all is bright. Virgin, virgin, mother and child. Holy, innocent, tender and mild. Sleep in heavenly
thank you to everyone who was involved in creating that video, because as you saw, I didn't do that. That wasn't me. So that massive thanks to everyone who did that, as you saw the names at the end there.
Okay, so we're going into our next live section now. So obviously earlier on, Tina sang us 3 songs for you to sing along with. So now Danielle is going to sing and I'm going to play. And we would like you all to find your song sheets and join in. This very much takes me back to all those Christmas Eves where we used to, oh, we still do.
We still do.
Yeah, we still do. Where we sing round the piano. I play and everybody sings. It's lovely.
So like Tina did, we're going to do 3 songs, which should have the words for in your programme. I do apologise. I keep getting the words wrong in all of these songs at some point. So if it happens, you've got the right words. I have faith in you. We're starting with Let It Snow. The snowman in the yard is frozen hard. He's a sorry sight to see. If he had a brain, he'd complain, but he wishes he were me. Here we go. Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. It doesn't show signs of stopping, and I brought some corn for popping. The lights are turned way down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, how I'll hate going out in the storm. But if you really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. The fire is slowly dying, and my dear, we're still goodbying. But as long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. One more time. The weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. It doesn't show signs of stopping, and I brought some corn for popping. The lights are turned way down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, how I'll hate going out in the storm. But if you really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. The fire is slowly dying, and my dear, we're still goodbying. But as long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Well done, everyone. I could hear you from here. Or maybe that's just the neighbours telling me to stop singing. Who knows? Right then, next up we have got, now this is the Christmas song, but we always call it Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire because we don't know the real name of it. So let's give it a go. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose, Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows that turkey and some mistletoe helps to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh, and every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you. One more time. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow, they'll find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh, and every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you. I do love that song. It's a good song, that one. Right then, last one in our little sing-along before we move on is another favourite of mine. That's why we've done them, could you tell?
A little bit of trivia here on this one as well, because I don't know why I googled White Christmas, but I decided to, and apparently it is the best-selling single ever.
What, even like not Christmas?
Yeah, just ever.
There you
Over
go.
50 million. Apparently.
Come for a concert here for the trivia. Right then, so White Christmas. We're going to do this twice through. First time nice and slow. Second time we'll speed it up a little bit for you. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I've got sleigh bells. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. Let's speed it up a little bit, shall we? I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. I've got sleigh bells. I'm such a big kid. Thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoyed singing along to those songs. We're getting a bit more Christmassy every time we do another song, aren't we? It's
Absolutely.
great.
Okay, so we're on to our final solo of the evening, and this comes to us courtesy of Pat, who is a soprano in our Woodthorpe choir, and she's singing another very popular Christmas song, Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas.
Did Pat give us a wave, by the way? Give us a wave, Pat. There she is. There's the lovely Pat. So yeah, enjoy this one. It's one of our other favourites.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, your troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gather near to us once more. Through the years we all will be together, if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Here we are, as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years we all will be together, if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Merry Christmas.
Now, can I just say, nothing to detract from Pat's incredible performance there, but I love your chair. Did anyone else love the chair? That's a really nice chair. Where's it from? Tell me afterwards. Tell me, I want one. Well done, Pat. That was absolutely beautiful.
Right, okay, so we're back to the choir now as a whole, doing our last 3 numbers before the finale. And these, they've all been my favourites, I think. Tonight, everything's been my favourite, but I have to say these 3 I do particularly like as well. So I'm going to just introduce all 3 together.
Oh, are you? Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Also, still loads of really lovely
Comments
comments coming in. So, choir, if you do get a chance to, please do have a look, because there's lots of personal messages coming in for you as well from the people who are here for you, which is lovely.
I will do them individually if you prefer. Would that be easier for you?
I don't mind.
When
you
you
tell
start
me scripted this.
blagging away with the best of them, aren't we,
Always.
Danielle? Right, okay, so this is Angels Through the Night, which I have to say I do really love playing this one. It's based obviously on All Through the Night.
What is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Did you not know that?
No. Right then, here we go. Enjoy.
Sleep, my child, and peace has lent me all through the night. Guardian angels, God will send me all through the night. Soft and rosy, soft and rosy, soft and rosy, soft and sleeping. God is loving vigil keeping all through the night. All night, all day, angels watching over me, my Lord. All night, all day, angels watching over me. When I lay me down to sleep, angels watching over me, my Lord. May the Lord my soul to keep, angels watching over me. All night, all day, angels watching over me, my Lord. Angels watching over me all day.
Oh, it is a nice song, that. Well done, choir. Lots of great voices on that one.
Absolutely, it was beautiful. Right, okay, so no Woodthorpe Christmas concert would be complete without a piece of Rutter.
No.
You have to have some John Rutter in there somewhere.
Absolutely.
So this is the one that our choir voted their favourite of the ones that we've done.
Ooh.
So here we go, Colours of Christmas.
Enjoy.
Green for the ivy that grows by the wall, white for the mistletoe that hangs in the hall, red for the berries that shine in the snow, orange and yellow for morning's first glow. These are the colours of Christmas, let them shine all over the earth. These are the colours of happiness, the joy of a new baby's birth. Blue for the robe of his mother so mild,
Gold for the precious gifts they brought to the child.
silver the starlight to shine through your sleep, and a rainbow for all the sweet dreams you will keep. These are the colours of Christmas, let them shine all over the earth.
These are the colours of happiness.
The joy of a new baby's birth. Blue for the robe of his mother so mild,
Gold for the precious gifts they brought to the child.
silver the starlight to shine through your sleep, and a rainbow for all the sweet dreams you will keep.
Lovely, thank you everyone. Also, yes, I'm just going to respond to, there's so many comments coming in, can't respond to all of them, but one that's just caught my eye was that someone has only just noticed Sam's hat. Now Sam, give us a wave, just because this hat is pretty brilliant, and turn your hat on for us. Please, there it goes. That, if that doesn't make you feel festive, don't know what will. There we go, thank you. Sorry to pick on you, Sam, do apologise. Actually, no, I don't.
Right, okay, so before our finale number, this is the last performance piece that we've put together for you, and this is a very popular song, Do You Hear What I Hear?
Sopranos may well want to stand up.
Yes, there's another one where they go very high.
Here we go.
Said the night wind to the little lamb,
Do you see what I see?
do you see what I see way up in the sky, little lamb?
Do you see what I see?
Do you see what I
A
see?
star dancing in the night with a tail as big as a cloud.
With a tail as big as a kite. Said the little lamb to the shepherd boy,
Do you hear what I hear?
do you hear what I hear ringing through the sky, shepherd boy?
Do you hear what I hear?
Do you hear what I
A
hear?
song, high above the tree, with a voice as big as the sea.
With a voice
just as big as the sea. Said the shepherd boy to the mighty king, do you know what I know? In your palace, almighty king, do you know what I know? A child, shivers in the cold. Let us bring him silver and gold. Let us bring him silver and gold. Said the king to the people everywhere, listen to what I say. Pray for peace, people everywhere, listen to what I say. The child, sleeping in the night, he will bring us goodness and light. He will bring us goodness and light. Bring us light.
Amazing. You can see why we said the sopranos needed to stand up, can't you? Now, we are almost at the end of today's concert. Can you believe it? Lots more great comments coming in. A favourite of mine is that we are in very special company this evening, aren't we? Because we are joined by Santa and Mrs. Claus themselves.
Absolutely.
If you'd like to give us a wave, thank you. They may be under the names Michael and Carolyn, but they are merely pseudonyms. They are the real Santa and Mrs. Claus. Thank you for taking time out of your incredibly busy schedule to join us for today's concert.
Okay, when we did our poll of the choir about their favourite songs and carols, we asked them to choose between 3 for our finale number, and you'll see sort of why that was such a big undertaking very soon. But very close behind the one that was chosen, O Come All Ye Faithful, was Hark the Herald. So because we don't feel like it's Christmas if we haven't sung Hark the Herald, we've popped this one in
A bit of an extra.
as a bit of an extra. So Danielle's going to sing it. You should have it on your song sheets. So we hope that you're all going to join in with 3 verses of Hark the Herald.
But don't go anywhere because there's the grand finale coming up next. It's going to be special. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Peace on earth and mercy mild, God and sinners reconciled. Joyful all ye nations rise, join the triumph of the skies. With angelic host proclaim, Christ is born in Bethlehem. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Christ my highest heaven adored, Christ the everlasting Lord. Late in time behold him come, offspring of the Virgin's womb. Veiled in flesh the Godhead see, hail the incarnate deity. Pleased as man with man to dwell, Jesus our Emmanuel. Let's hear you. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Last verse, make it count. Hail the heaven-born King of peace, hail the Son of righteousness. Light and life to all he brings, risen with healing in his wings. to the newborn King. Well done. I'm sure you got the words right, even if I did not.
You turned him into a king.
I did turn him into a king.
When he should have only been a prince.
I promoted him.
Yes,
fine.
absolutely, you promoted
He
him.
deserves it.
Right, okay.
So our next, well, this is our grand finale, arguably, but do stick with us because we've got a few things to talk to you about afterwards. So don't go, please don't go. We like having you here. But yes, so this was, as we said, we had the top 2 carols and this came out on top. It is O Come All Ye Faithful. And we thought, obviously you have got to see the choir this evening singing together, but you've not actually seen them. It's hard to explain.
You've not heard
all of them.
All of them.
All of them. You've heard most of them in different songs, but here you're going to hear and see all of them in our very special O Come All Ye Faithful. So I'll just be a bit quicker on getting it set up, shall I? There we go. So yes, this is O Come All Ye Faithful. Round of applause for our fantastic choir, and lovely to see. Obviously a lot of them are here tonight, but there were a few that couldn't make it tonight for some reason or another. Some have tuned in to watch, which is fantastic. Others are having internet problems and we miss them dearly, but so lovely to see everyone together. Now that's about it for this evening, but I am going to hand over in just a moment to our chairman John. But before I do that, while John is talking, I'm just going to launch a poll asking if you'd be interested in another virtual concert like this, if restrictions haven't been lifted by the time we normally host our spring concert in May. Obviously, we are hoping that that's not the case, but please do vote in that poll that I have just launched now. But for now, I'll hand over to John.
Thanks, Danielle. Thanks, Anne. Thanks, Tina. Thanks, everybody. Really, it's absolutely wonderful, and I get the pleasure of everybody of saying some thank yous on your behalf. I hope you've had half as much fun as I've had tonight. It's been absolutely wonderful, and I just want to say that we've been practicing for the last 15 weeks for this concert, and it's all been through Zoom, which is really quite difficult because during those practices, choir members can't hear anybody else. They can't react and respond to other voices. We can only hear our own sound while we're making, and that's really not why we join in the choir. So I want to thank the whole choir for really putting the hours in, for stepping outside of the comfort zone, and for doing a fantastic job. Thank you all very much indeed. It's been absolutely brilliant. We've had an amazing year when you think about it. I remember in February when we were having a little laugh and a joke about doing elbow bumps and not hugging each other when we arrived at choir practices to stop spreading coronavirus around. And then within a very few short weeks, the whole country was locked down, and we haven't got together again since then. So it's been absolutely very difficult and challenging for choirs of all sizes and shapes, really. Within a couple of weeks of lockdown, though, we did have a WhatsApp group chat set up, and then we got into our Zoom singing sessions on Monday evenings, and they've been active throughout the year since then, and provided a great deal of support and continued the music and the fellowship that is really what choirs are all about. So it's been a tolerable year, and we hope we've got a start of a national vaccination program. It's just started this week. It's absolutely brilliant. Slow start, but hopefully, you know, in time we can now see that COVID-19 is going to be a preventable disease, and so slowly we should see life returning to some sort of normality. So hopefully by this time next year we'll be able to be back together singing as a group and to a live audience rather than just a computer screen. It's a hope. It's a hope. So let me first of all say the thank yous that I need to. Our soloists, Pat, who sang Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, Jackie, who joined me in Silent Night, Eileen for Gabriel's message, and Danielle for just about everything, but especially for Oh Holy Night. Well done, one and all. Absolutely excellent. Fantastic. Tina and Danielle again for leading the sing-along sessions. Absolutely terrific to be able to do that live on the night. Brilliant. Thank you all very much indeed. Again, to the choir, we've got 25 odd people, 20, perhaps a bit more than that of us tonight. We regularly have about 30 logging into our Zoom rehearsals. And I want to thank Janice, Jean, Monica, Ruth, Peter and Andrew, all of whom have been regular attendees at our weekly rehearsals, but unfortunately for one reason or another aren't able to be with us tonight. Tina, Anne and Danielle, what a music team. We couldn't really have done any of this without you. Tina's musical direction and faultless piano playing week in, week out. But perhaps most of all, Danielle, who's, as well as providing us with the technical expertise, has just been bubbly and cheerful. You've seen what she's like. She's like that all the time. She's like a Duracell bunny of cheer, really. She never stopped going, and it's been absolutely amazing. We thank you all very, very much. And I hope that the little bouquets and things that Maggie dropped off today go some way to thank you, show our appreciation from the choir to you for the work that you've put in over the last few weeks and months for us. I'd also like at this stage to thank the choir for my gift, most unexpected, but I really do appreciate it. It made me quite emotional-ish. Yeah. I want to reiterate Danielle's earlier thanks to Cartwright Communications for allowing us access to their professional platform. It's made running this concert a possibility. We really do thank them for that. And I'd also like at this stage to thank our very good friends at Carlton Male Voice Choir for a very generous donation that they made to our fund as well. But most of all, any concert is really only as good as the audience that we're singing to. And I know we are having to take your existence on trust tonight, but judging by this list of comments coming up in the chat, there's a lot of you out there. By my reckoning, we had up to 152 people logged in tonight, which I think is quite amazing. And it would be just so wonderful to be able to produce that sort of photo montage of your selfies. So I hope you've all done that. I hope you can all send us a copy of yourself so we can put together a virtual audience as well. So it's fantastic. Thank you all very much indeed. So just to say thanks again for the generous donations that you've been making. We, even before we started, our Just Giving page had raised over £1,000, so that's well over our expectations. But please don't let that stop you from making another donation on your way out if you are so motivated. Thank you all very much indeed. So again, thank each and every one of you for making this event so successful. You will get an opportunity to provide us with some feedback, and if the comments are favourable, I shall take all of the credit for that. And if the comments are less than favourable, I'm going to blame poor internet and connectivity problems for that. So thank you very much. So I think that's about it. I just want to say thanks again for making everybody. I'm almost hearing. No, I'm not hearing anybody there. I wish you all a safe journey home, or not that should be very difficult tonight. I wish you all a very Merry Christmas, and I shall say on behalf of the choir, good night, and on behalf of myself, good night. Good night.
Thank you, John. Thank you. And very quickly, before we say goodbye, I'm going to show the results of the poll that we launched at the beginning of your speech. I think that's a yes. I think people would be interested in another virtual concert. So hopefully that won't have to happen. Hopefully you'll be able to see the Woodthorpe Singers in person in May for their summer concert. But if not, we got this to fall back on, haven't we? So that is amazing. That's so lovely to see. Thank you so much. And before we say goodbye, because we're going to play O Come All Ye Faithful one more time for you as you're leaving the room. But before that, I'd like the choir. This is what we do when we've had a good rehearsal, and I think we've had a good concert. So let's have a bit of a high five, everyone. High five the screen, and woo! Well done, everyone. And yes, as John said, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. And we're going to leave you with O Come All Ye Faithful.
Absolutely.